wanted to go ahead and show everybody my new workshop. And what's nice about this is this will make producing videos a lot easier than it has been in the past, because everything now has been moved into one room and it's all consolidated, and I'm very happy with this little new spray booth that I just finished today. I'll show you the details of that here in a second. But if you start on one side of the workshop here, you can see I've got a shelf with all my works in progress safely tucked away. I got some white bins so I can keep all the pieces from individual projects in one place so I don't lose anything. I now have a spray booth in my workshop, which is very cool. So this is just a standard cabinet from like Home Depot or Lowe's. You can hang these on the wall or use them as base cabinets. And underneath I've got airbrush paint, and then solvents and washes and varnishes and all that right here ready to go. And the actual booth is about 14 inches deep, about 20 inches wide and 22 inches tall, so pretty big. What I did was I took pictures as I built it, because making a video on the wood shop's a pretty tricky thing. So I'll show exactly how I built it. There's a squirrel cage fan behind this, and then there's the switches on top here for the lights and the fan, and then this is just a standard heating register vent that's hooked up to a dryer hose, and that goes all the way outside. So I did drill another hole in my house. So up here you can see I got a switch for the lights, so they'll shut it on and off, and then the fan. Then the fan has a low and a high setting on it. Then this is just to be a little turntable that I have to build still so that I can set stuff on it when I'm airbrushing. So that's pretty excited. Second shelf here that I just kind of have some stuff staged on. I'm going to keep all my styrene in this little toolbox here. Was able to sort stuff out. Got a hold of a nice Craftsman toolbox to keep some stuff in. Did some paint storage here. So this was the new paint storage, and as you can see there's little labels, so as I pull the bottles out I know where they go back in. And then to get all of the standard Reaper paints in here, I got to build another one of these little caddies, and then they just slide back and forth, so there'll be another one in there, so that way it's kind of a double decker and I can get to all the paint pretty easy. I haven't decided 100% if I like this design or not. So anyway, let me know what you think compared to my old paint rack, which is right here. It has a couple stragglers left in there. So the new room, I've got a little window, and then here's my main workstation. And there's the scratch built vane blade. I was just getting ready to work on that. But one of the tips I've got for you guys right here, so this was some under counter lighting, and what I found was when it's at eye level, kind of looking straight at it, it's kind of bright and it's kind of annoying, so I just cut some shelves and put that in front of the lamp, and that helped a lot to keep the light directed down to my workbench and then away from me when I'm walking around the shop. And then I added these little brass inserts, and what should be interesting about that is I'm going to put a little bracket on there so it makes mounting the webcam that I use for the top view of the videos a little bit easier. And I think what I'm going to do is install some of those brass inserts on the edge of the table as well, so that for the camera I use for the side views it'll be a little easier to set up, and hopefully I'll be motivated to make more videos here soon. But one of the things you might want to do in your shop is storing foam boards is always tricky. So this is just plywood, and there's two pieces of plywood up there with some 2x4s glued to them with some liquid nails, and then I got some big beefy eye screws and some medium duty chain. And so for storing lightweight flat materials, like I've got mat board up there, there's some aluminum grating and the foam board, and I got two of them, and on this one I store the pretty big panels of gator board. This is something you should look into, because this really opened up a lot of space for me, and it kept my foam board flat so that it doesn't get that little bit of warping to it that it can sometimes. And there's the E-Crafter, and then here's my secondary workstation. If my son comes down here, he'll usually work over here. Little compressor down there, shop vac. Then I got these little boxes, and those are all labeled, and I sorted through all my bits and bins, and now I don't have to spend an hour in frustration trying to find something. A couple more shelves, tons and tons of miniatures that are unpainted. I'm sure everybody's got those. All kinds of stuff from the Reaper Bones Kickstarter up there, then my airbrushes, and then those are just some scrap bins up there. So anyway, I hope this gives you some ideas on maybe what you could do for your workshop. Let me know if you have any suggestions. So the next video that I'm going to make will be the chipped paint tutorial, which I know everybody's been asking for it, and I feel really bad. I've been getting comments. I got the workshop pulled together, but this was the piece that people were asking, hey, how'd you do that? And I started building this large orc mech shop. But this is going to be kind of complicated, and it's going to have like a spiral staircase that goes on the outside. So I think what I'm going to do for the chipped paint tutorial, just to get something out there so you guys can start playing with it, is I've got these 5 shipping containers, and I think what I'll do is I'll go ahead and do the same rust effects that's on this one, and then I'll go ahead and show you the chipped paint for this, and maybe I'll make a little eagle to go on the side, and then you guys can see exactly how I do the chipped paint, because it's a lot of fun, it's pretty easy, and I'd really like to get that video out to everybody who's been asking for it. So anyway, thanks for subscribing. Let me know what you think, and look forward to a bunch of videos now that I got the new shop pulled together. So thank you very much.